Alrighty guys, I hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day today. In today's video, I really want to share with you something super exciting that I've been doing and working with Moldavite. Okay? Now, if you can see quickly here to the right, this is actually my Instagram profile. But as you can tell, this was actually the piece of Moldavite that I had, actually still have. This is actually the exact same piece, guys, except it's been faceted. Okay? Now, this is what it looked like before. This was the museum piece I actually purchased at a mineral gem show here in Colorado. And recently, guys, with the whole solar eclipse and just everything that was going on last week, I was really guided to start finding a faceted piece of Moldavite. And I already had a piece of faceted Moldavite, but it was a tiny, tiny, tiny little piece. But it was in a beautiful triangular kind of like pyramid shape. And funny enough, I had it in my pocket. It was in a bag, and somehow it just disappeared. I don't know where I placed it, or just something happened to it. I'm pretty sure it'll show up later on, but it disappeared. Okay, so what did I do, guys? So I went to a mineral gem show last weekend, and I was talking to a lot of people about faceted Moldavite. I wanted to buy a piece of faceted Moldavite. Nobody had faceted Moldavite, and but I was talking to a lot of jewelers and people who cut gems and stones and just everything, and they said that they could facet a piece of Moldavite for me. And I was like, okay, yes, that's nice and everything. But somehow or another, guys, throughout, the people that I was talking to and just spending time with and kind of like just networking, I realized that I could just facet the stone, basically the piece of Moldavite, by myself. And so that's basically what I did. Okay. So I didn't actually go, get it professionally cut or anything. This is actually just my personal work that I did in 3 hours with, sandpaper and me just spending time, just basically just rubbing it against the sandpaper and smoothing like all the edges out. Okay, now by any means, this is not even completely finished, but what I did do is get rid of all like the cracks, so to speak, if you can tell. It had, the cracks and basically like the crevices. Yeah, so I basically, just smooth the whole piece out. And so this is what I'm left with now, and it's very clear. I love it, obviously, but it's still not done. It still needs to be polished and everything. But and I really want to give it a different shape as well. This is just kind of like me sticking with the original shape, but I may want to change its shape and everything. But what I realized, guys, is I was doing my research on faceted Moldavite. I was even considering buying a piece online, although I really don't like buying online, and that's why I didn't. What I found was that a lot of faceted Moldavite is super extremely tiny, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want a big piece of faceted Moldavite, because when you take it to be faceted, right, with a professional, um, faceter, so to speak, they will literally cut this whole thing down to where you have something so tiny, maybe like a third of this, and that's your faceted piece of Moldavite. Obviously, yes, it's very cut and it's very professional, it looks like a diamond, but I wanted a big piece of faceted Moldavite or just something smooth. And so that's why I decided to personally, basically facet my Moldavite by hand to keep its like shape almost. I wanted it to still be a big piece of faceted Moldavite. I didn't want like a tiny little piece. And so that's what I ended up doing, guys, and have been doing. I know I'll continue to keep working on it, polishing it, and changing its shape and all. But I was really excited to really finally have my faceted piece of Moldavite and have a really big piece as well. And I really wanted to share this with you guys because maybe some of you have pieces of Moldavite that you want to facet and that you want to cut. And I just want to let you know that you can personally do it by yourself, or you can have a professional do it. And so, yeah, guys, I really wanted to share this video. I'm still extremely busy with my schedule, but I wanted to put this video out because I'm super excited. I was reading that, as you work with Moldavite and you let it change you, obviously you start to change, your Moldavite starts to change and transform, so like for me personally, I started with some little itty bitty pieces of Moldavite. Then I went to a super big pieces of like raw Moldavite. And then I had my museum piece, and I had my Bessedite piece. And now I have a faceted piece of Moldavite. And this piece is still in the works, guys. I mean, I can just tell this piece is going to evolve with me throughout this journey, and it's just amazing. This little guy's name's Tiki now. Before, it was like Lucifer's nail, because it looked like Lucifer's nail, like, before he fell down from heaven and, basically was known as Satan. So, it's just amazing to see the transformation in this piece of Moldavite, and just how you can do it yourself as well if you're in that stage in your like transition or in your journey. Just realize that it's possible. You could just do it on your own, and save a bunch of money if that's what you really want to do. It's not even about saving a bunch of money. I really just wanted to carve and create my own piece of Moldavite and make it so custom and so original with my energy. That's really the main reason that I did it, because faceting your Moldavite is really not that much. If you go to a gem show and then have them actually do it for you, they just need to know what size it is, and then they'll give you prices, but it's really not that much. But if you want to do it yourself, get some sandpaper. I believe 150 grit sandpaper. The wet dry sandpaper, literally just put some water on it, just started rubbing it. And then this is what came about 3 hours later. And so yeah, so I really wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day today. I'm pretty sure I'll be having more time next week, as I'm guided by the Holy Spirit, to start answering and responding to any of you, and all of you actually, who have been sending me messages or leaving comments. I'll definitely, as I'm led by the Holy Spirit, I'm pretty sure I'll be finding more time to respond to everyone. And in the meantime, guys, I really just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm actually really excited about this. Who knows? I may start faceting more of my other Moldavite pieces. And yeah, if you guys want to know more about how I actually faceted my own piece of Moldavite, and how to choose the right piece of Moldavite to actually facet as well, and just like basically the whole process, I can make a video about that later on. And if you guys want to know about that, leave a big thumbs up in this video. And if you haven't yet subscribed, feel free to subscribe right now to the channel as well. We have major things coming up, guys. But like as always, videos in divine appointments as I'm led by the Holy Spirit. I send you guys so much love, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. See ya.